Happy Friday, my soapies. Yes, we got to the end of the week. We got our cliffhanger episode, and I gotta tell you, it is crazy this episode. We had a whirlwind of emotions, revelations. Somebody got hired, but also somebody got fired. Let me give you a few highlights, and then we'll unpack and dive into this episode. First, we see Sally gets a new job at Marchetti. However, on the other hand, Michael gets fired by Victor, and then we see a conversation where Diane is confiding in Michael. So, without any further ado, let's unpack this cliffhanger episode for the last day of the month, May 31st. Let's head over and get some coffee at Crimson Lights. Guess who was there? Summer and Kyle, and her patience was thin. You talking about tension thick that you can cut it with a knife. Now, Summer was distracted, I guess because her eyes were so glued to the phone worried about Harrison, while Kyle is excitedly sharing the new news about the deal at Jabot. And I think it's this whole Jasper Foley agreement. Well, Kyle, assuming that, of course, she was waiting for a call from Claire, reassured her after receiving a text from Claire, which she was panicking about. It was a photo of Harrison holding caterpillars. Calm down, Claire. Now, Claire's relief with her son being okay, yeah, she was happy about it. Kyle agreed with it, praising Harrison's resilience. Now, Summer appreciated Claire's message, but admitted it's going to take a little bit of time to fully trust her. Kyle, in return, is valuing Summer's effort to let go of that mistrust. See, Kyle got a little bit more going on with him. He finally confessed to finalizing the deal behind his mother, Diane's back, leaving Summer torn as her role, because the thing is, she also have feelings one way about Diane, but I don't think it sit well with her about what Kyle is doing either. And Kyle, he defended his actions, believing that his skills outshine his mother. But yeah, there's a lot of tension going on in the Abbott family, and we'll talk about even more of that next. I have another Abbott, Jack Abbott, over there at Society with Nikki, and this man is struggling. So Nikki did update Jack on Victor's story about Jordan, who was found alive in prison, now in maximum security. Jack is being supportive, listening as Nikki expressed her gratitude for his help during her recovery, though she understood why he could not be her sponsor anymore. However, even though he tells her that, he is still struggling to tell her that. And I'm like, dude, you almost lost your life and your marriage. And if it was up to Diane, without any prenup put in place, yeah, you might lose everything else, including Jabot, because she is co-CEO. The other thing, she did also admit to Jack that she didn't even tell Victor about asking him to be her sponsor again. I'm telling you, you guys are definitely trying to set yourself up for problems with your relationships. However, she said that she understood, and if she was in Diane's position, she probably would feel the same way. Of course you would, Nikki. However, their friendship bond remains strong, but the shadow of their past actions is definitely looming. Let's swing over to the athletic club now. We got Victor and Diane. Victor confronting Diane about Jack and Nikki's dangerous night. But surprisingly, Diane, which she obviously is covering, defended Jack's motives to Victor, calling his actions selfless. Now, just like us, we know the truth, and Victor was also unconvinced, and warned her about Jack's potential to ruin her future. And she know that's right. She just gave that man a whole ultimatum and was about to walk out. But of course, she's not going to show her hand to Victor. Remember I said in the highlights that somebody about to get fired? None other than Michael Baldwin. In clear Victor fashion, he fired Michael for disobeying his orders. Okay, so Victor, let me get this straight. You mad at him for not letting you continue to be a sadist and torture Jordan in that little cell with stinky Brussels sprouts. And he was looking out for you so you wouldn't have a litany of charges and also implicate Cole and himself. He got you off the hook, but you want to fire him. Hey, Michael, yeah, he did you a favor. Gotta say, though, Michael took it pretty well just getting fired. I mean, he is an attorney, so he can do something else. However, this prompted him to now join Diane for a drink, and they had a whole vent session about Victor's overbearing control. Now we're going to go over to the Abbott estate, where we saw a tender moment between Claire and Harrison, who shared an educational encounter about caterpillars and metamorphosis. We see Victor is also there indulging cookies with Harrison. I guess he has no problem sitting up in Jack Abbott's house. Yeah, but he don't want Jack at his house with Nikki. Anyway, Victor, in a surprising turn after Kyle joined them, praised Kyle, comparing him to John Abbott, and suggests that he actually deserves Diane's job. And you know, Kyle definitely got his ego stroked because he automatically already feels that way anyway. And what did I tell you? Diane comes in. She is not happy with Kyle and this whole deal that they were working on. And Jack walked right into that mess. And of course, they're like, oh, nothing's wrong, when clearly there's something wrong. And the interesting thing is they don't want, especially Diane, to have secrets kept from her. But you can't tell her co-CEO that you got a whole melee going on with your COO. Yeah, it is some problems over at that Abbott estate. So remember I said somebody that got fired, which was Michael. Well, guess what? Somebody got hired. So Summer and Sally meet at Chancellor Park. Now, there was definitely some initial awkwardness. However, they managed to find some common ground. Sally admitted her past mistakes, the whole thing with Tara Locke, and apologized for her actions, leading to, I guess, some sort of a truce. Summer, recognizing their shared growth, and she acknowledged Sally has the talent in the fashion world. They put the personal aside, and she offered Sally an interim position covering for Chelsea, which she is smiling from ear to ear, which definitely marks a new chapter in their relationship and also for Sally. So now let's end the day in this episode finally over at the Newman Ranch, where we got Nikki and Victor. And yeah, she informed him that she originally asked Jack to be her sponsor again, and he was hotter than fish grease. That didn't sit well with Victor, and she knew that, which is why she didn't bring it up in the first place. However, she did inform Victor that Jack declined to be her sponsor again. But yeah, he adamantly forbade her from rekindling her reliance on Jack, further illustrating the deep-seated tension between Jack Abbott and Victor Newman. The question is, can they actually stay away from each other, or will they be doing secretly meetings having him as her sponsor? I'm telling you, if that happens and they get caught, yeah, it's going to be problems in their relationship. All right, Soapies, there you have it. We had everything from emotional roller coasters, family feuds, surprising alliances on this episode. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think about Michael getting fired? I honestly think that Victor did him a favor. Therefore, he can actually legitimately do work because, yeah, Victor was having him cover up dirty deeds and having him as a gopher. And then Sally gets a new job at Marchetti, which is nice to actually see her with the storyline where she's getting her work life back on track. Her relationship is back on track with Adam, at least for now. And then now she has a new job so far over at Marchetti. The question is, when Chelsea come back, what's going to happen? Diane have an event session with Michael, and then Victor, yeah, forbidding Nikki to even consider having any reliance on Jack. Make sure you also stay tuned for the Bold and the Beautiful recap for today as well. We got a paternity test on the line, and then Hope's business with her declaring war against Steffi. Oh yeah, it's crazy in LA. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your notifications so you're notified every time a video is posted. And until the next one, we'll see you all soon. Bye, guys.